All right, about 1:15 to go. Still 1:10.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now.
Okay, that's 1 minute to go, and we are back for race 2 here in Townsville. A couple people went to the beach after that last race and did a kite change. I think they weren't quite sure what the breeze was like out here. And of course, as they've gone in and switched it up, the breeze has actually switched it up on us. I feel like it's a little bit down on the boat right now, probably from where it was before. We're in the 18 knot range, I would say. Still wavy. There's a kiter that is upwind of the line and gonna have some trouble getting back in time. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Over 15 seconds away from a start. I've got my X-ray flag in hand. JB's got the K flag in hand. There's a lot of chatter, a lot of talking. Joey's yelling at Marvin.
3, 2, 1.
All clear, all clear, all clear. Joey is pissed. He did not get what he wanted. It's a pretty boat-favored line. And, oh, geez, what's going on here? Jesus. That's a tangle. That was scary. That was a scary one. Nice and close. That was Jordan and number 43. Not sure who's on that board. That's Marvin's board from last year. Nico Parlier did not make the start of that race. He's going to be pissed about that. He went in for a kite change. He's got a green kite. Man, sorry about the lack of narration in that start. It was pretty vocal. There were a lot of people barging, and Joey was making his presence known, coming up to leeward of everybody. I know he and Marvin got kind of close to each other. He and Maxime got close to each other. I heard the P word, and he might be looking to have some words. And then, you know, it's what happens here in this kite racing thing. There's a certain element of wanting to nail that line right on time, and the way to do it is come in on a bit of a reach and just like button hook around the boat. But if you're coming in close hauled from behind and people are going slow on a reach, not only are they barging, but they're breaking another one of the kite rules in that they can't slow down. They have to keep in going with the traffic, and those guys were not going with traffic. They were off pattern. But the first boats are tacking off right. I think that might be Joey that tacked off right first. He probably wanted to because, yeah, that is Joey. I see his helmet in the binoculars. He had to because he was about 4 boats back and was kind of pinned. Benjamin Petit just coming through the line. So, you know, unfortunately, that equipment change required by a few of those riders ended up putting them behind at the start. But we saw no major drops or builds in velocity, so we had to go roll right into it. We're cracking races off. Crack-a-lack is what we do here. We get them done. We get back to the beach, and we hang out and have some fun. So right now we've got, I would say more people are tacking off right and less on that port tack lay line. Johnny, though, doing it again. He sent it all the way out. He definitely went out the furthest. He's on that port. I would say he's probably port tack lay line. And there's another F1 kite up right there next to him. Probably going to be Maxime or Julian. I'm certain it is. There's another F1 kite that tacked a little bit earlier up on the left-hand side. So I don't think guys are banging the corner, but they're definitely out to the left. But, you know, and like I said, Joey tacked out right early. Let's see how he, you know, comes out of this. He was, like I said, just a few boat lengths back off the line and had to peel off early because he was probably sailing in some bad air. But let's see how that right-hand side works. A lot of people say, at least during the Nationals, the righty was on. But the other thing that we've got to deal with over there is a bit of weed. There's some kind of eelgrass. That's these lines of eelgrass on the right-hand side of the course that are pumping out of the rivers as low tide beckons. There's some weed that gets sucked out and then kind of churns up in this little harbor area. And the last thing on the right-hand side is this is like a little bit of a backwash chop. So the waves are hitting the seawall and bouncing back and causing some turbulent water over there. So while the shift might be on that right-hand side, oh, there's a lot of tacking up at the top mark. 3 boats not making it. But, you know, guess what? Starting the race late, I think that's Nico Parlier. Like, he started like 10, 15, 20 seconds behind everyone. I don't know how the hell he pulled that off. That's him, right? Blue kite. Blue ozone right next to the gray ozone, which is Johnny. That was about 4:30. Okay, so our lap time is a little bit lower. Like I said, we had a little bit lighter air than we had in the last race, so 10 seconds behind what we were in the last one. The last race was what, 12 minutes and 45 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, 13:50.
Yeah. Okay. So 13:50. 13:45. Yeah. Okay. 13:47. This one's probably gonna be a 14-minute race. You know, really, we're enjoying these longer courses. Arena-style sailing was like some sort of trend that someone was trying to push at some point. But you know, stretching these guys out is a little bit more interesting for the racing because, you know, like we're seeing, people aren't just going to the corner and boxing out. You know, these little tiny courses where it's just, you know, boat to boat tactics and combat. It's kind of I don't know, just not ideal. I would say these sailors really want to test their mettle on wind strategy rather than just you know, boat to boat combat. You know, the boat to boat stuff is also just a little bit more dangerous. I'd like to see you know, ideally, you know, 2 or 3 mile beats. I know some of the riders have been pushing for that. You know, longer courses so we can really stretch out. Of course, not as easy to watch, but I think the sport is more about the individual who's participating rather than the audience. Although we love you, home audience, we appreciate you watching. But man, if you're not there, you're not feeling the groove, and you gotta believe Johnny Heineken is feeling the groove coming into this bottom mark. Throws down his jibe, coming in on starboard. Big old starboard tack, and I think he's gonna be laying that right-hand turn, but it's gonna be tight. Maxime Nocher went big downwind. Oh no, and that blue kite that was in the lead was an elf kite. That was not Nico Parlier. That was Ollie Bridge who was leading at that top mark. But Maxime Nocher has overtaken both Ollie and Johnny. Rounding in fourth is Julian Kerner. He goes around the right-hand turn. Axel Mazzella right behind them, and Joey Pasquale right with Axel. So I was mistaken. The blue kite is Axel Mazzella. Oh, I'm sorry, Ollie Bridge. And the green kite, now rounding the buoy, was Nico Parlier. Ricky Ricardo, Marvin Baumeister, and I think that is either Benny or Peter Mueller. Benny Bully or Peter Mueller. That's Benny, because Peter Mueller's in the bright yellow jersey coming into the bottom mark. There is another fly surfer. Peter rounds the right-hand gate. The other fly surfer, which I think is Adrian Geislinger, rounds the left-hand gate. And that yellow chrono, I don't know who that is. It must be Florian Gruber. So I think we've seen some settled breeze. It's a little down, a little softer. That's okay. Everyone's nerves are so pumped up in that first race, and there was so much freaking breeze. It was just like, it was game on. A lot of tension. A lot of excitement on the beach. It was pretty cool. This morning it was relaxing on the beach, and everyone was hanging out and catching up on old times, just having a bit of a laugh. But you know, coming into a major event like this, the tour champion, would-be tour champions, you know, getting their gear tuned up. A lot of people just excited to be here and race with these top professionals. Talking to some of the boys that were in the boys and girls that were, you know, kind of the middle and back of the fleet guys, they're just stoked to be here. We've decided that at this regatta with 35 or so riders, we're just going to be a one fleet. We're not going to separate into gold and silver for the last 2 days. So everyone was pretty excited just to be able to line up with these top professionals from around the world and get a taste of what they're doing. Certainly missing some of the top professionals that couldn't make it here to the event. Adam Withington from Playa Central, kiteboarding, living out there in Hawaii. University student, but also going out to visit his family. I know his grandmother, I think, is turning 94 this week or sometime soon, so they're all going out to visit for a birthday. But I know Adam would have been stoked to be here, especially to be able to sail with small kites and big breeze. He's a big breeze sailor, so mad props to you, Adam, making all the rest of the tour stops, and we miss you here. Good friend of the tour as a tour organizer, and yeah, man, we're out here. Other top pros like Stefan's Villian. Stefan's had a big showing at the La Ventana event as well as the San Francisco event, which is his home spot, of course. You know, we'd certainly like to have everybody out here, but we understand that you know, people got stuff to do. You know, some people have babies, some people have grandmas. We've got kiteboarding. We're hanging out here, looking at all happening in Townsville. It's a beautiful day. JB just came back upstairs. We're out here on the Possum once again this year. The Possum being one of my favorite signal boats in the world for sure. Talking about it this morning. You know, it's just like old times being back here for another year out here at Townsville. All the people in town, very welcoming. Go back to some of the same coffee shops and restaurants, and they all remember us. And you know, the guys at the apartment complex, they certainly remember how much we use the internet, so they're all giving us their internet cards or doubling up on us. Gotta thank the folks at Mariners North, Brett and his crew, for setting us up with a beautiful place to stay, overlooking the beach. Immaculate apartments with you know, nice kitchen, washer and dryer, perfect view. We were just laughing last night, having a good time, having a couple of beers. Went out to dinner, had some great Indian food, a little ice cream. Catch up with the boys over at the pub and off to bed by 10 o'clock. Up early this morning though, that jet lag, I'll tell you, it's still hanging with me. I was up at 5:30 this morning, rip-roaring, ready to go. Unfortunately, I don't have my bag, so I couldn't like change out of the clothes that I've been wearing for the past 3 days. But you know, it's the way it goes. Fortunately, I conditioned for that kind of situation. I rarely change clothes anyway. So Johnny Heineken's come around the top mark. I think that would be Maxime in front of him. Ollie is slowly bleeding boats. Not sure what's going on there, but he's got that Levitas foil, big front wing, tiny little back wing, long fuselage. And I asked him about it. He said, yeah, I mean, this thing is fast. It is nuclear fast. And he said, and in the light air, and he just gave me the nod. And he was like, so I reckon if we get any light air sailing, you know, this hand is going to be dealt a little differently. I know Florian Gruber likes the light air. Certainly know those Levitas riders, Adrian and Peter and Benny, they be liking the light air. Johnny and Joey like the big breeze as well as Maxime. No stranger to big breeze. And you got Axel Mazzella, who's just a brute, man. The guy is a beast. He's really fast. And I think he likes this heavy air. So Johnny and Maxime are just ripping right down at us into the bottom.
Go ahead. Green dip 25, over. Green dip 25.
So here they come. But shockingly, Julian Kerner has overtaken both guys, came in on starboard. He jibed early, came in out of the right-hand side, and Julian Kerner comes in for a big win. He's going to be happy about that. Number 4, number 2, which is Maxime Nocher, and then Johnny Heineken coming in third. Julian Kerner pulls one out of his hat. Big, big comeback. Joey Pasquale coming around in third. And then fourth place will be Ollie Bridge. He's got that laid-back stance. He's throwing his jersey down. He's waving to the ladies. He said, girls, I'm in town. And that's the third place was, fourth place behind Johnny was Joey. Oh, that was Joey.
Joey?
Yeah. Yeah. 104. Okay. And then Ricardo, that's 191. So that was a pretty exciting race. Julian Kerner's got to be happy about that. He went over to the right-hand side on a little bit of a slick move. I'm not sure what he found over there, but I'm pretty sure people are going to be looking for that in the next race. There we are. Race 2's in the books. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living it up here in Townsville. We'll see you soon for Race 3.